and welcome to our Café Politique on Understanding Aboriginal Politics in Manitoba, presented by the Manitoba Institute for Policy Research at the University of Manitoba. I'm Andrea Rounds with the University of Manitoba's Department of Political Studies, and I'll be introducing this series of talks, this session tonight, and our panelists this evening. The build-up to the 2011 Manitoba election is an exciting time for those of us who study politics and elections, but not everybody feels this way about politics. Civic engagement has reached a post-war low in Manitoba, with just over half of eligible voters casting ballots in the provincial election in 2007. Surveys indicate many non-voters feel like the political system doesn't include them, or they have other priorities on election day. Approximately 6 in 10 of those who do not vote report not having enough knowledge about the political process to cast a meaningful ballot. This series of nonpartisan community discussions is designed to help address this reality. We've spent the last 9 months now busting some myths about political participation and elections. We've asked questions like, are women as involved in politics as men? Do young people not vote because they're lazy? How have the electoral boundaries changed, and does that matter for how we vote? We've asked how politics in the north of the province might be different from those in the south. And tonight we're going to talk about the involvement of Aboriginal peoples in Manitoba politics. We have 3 distinguished panelists with us tonight, all of whom have written about and discussed these issues extensively. So each of our speakers tonight will have about 10 minutes to talk about the myths they led to bust and the information they'd like to share with us today. After the speakers have finished their remarks, there will be time for questions and comments from the audience members. I'd like to remind everyone that these sessions are nonpartisan and that our speakers don't represent any political party. If you'd like more information about political parties and their platforms, links to some of that information is available on our website. The speakers' remarks today will be recorded, and these recordings will be available on our website at umanitoba.ca/U2011. This way you can revisit what the panelists have to say, and you can also recommend what they have to say to your friends, family, and others who might be interested in learning more about Manitoba politics, wherever they might be. So I'd like to start by taking a few minutes to introduce our 3 speakers, and I'll start from my right and go across the table. Dr. Fiona MacDonald is an assistant professor of political studies at the University of Manitoba. Her main research interest is the relationships between Indigenous peoples in the Canadian state. She has published on this topic in the Canadian Journal of Political Science, Hypatia, and the UBC volume First Nations First Laws. Wild Canoe is a one-of-a-kind musical talent, named by the Winnipeg Free Press as one of the top artists to watch from Manitoba. He's won an Aboriginal People's Choice Music Award for his hip-hop. He's also a television reporter for the CBC, whose journalism has won an Adrienne Clarkson Rotunda Award, a Gabriel Award, and he's been nominated for a Gemini Award. He was nominated for a Future Leaders of Manitoba Award and has a Bachelor of Arts in Economics and is a member of the Mateo. Say that right? And our 3rd panelist tonight is Drea Gallagher, who's a Master of Arts student in the Department of Political Studies at the University of Manitoba. Drea has extensive experience and continues to work on her academic work related to Aboriginal politics and Indigenous engagement. And we look forward to hearing from all 3 panelists tonight. So I'll turn it over to start with to